Hey, everyone out there, do we call it the YouTube land? Is it the world, the land? Is
World
it
Wide
the
Web?
sphere? Because
The
it's the
sphere?
verse.
It's
the
the verse.
YouTube verse, like
YouTube
metaverse.
verse?
Yes.
It could be.
So everyone out there in the metaverse?
I don't know if you're going to be able to combine the two.
I don't
I think you just made someone
I
mad.
might have just
You
trademark
You
violated
just
somebody.
made someone mad somewhere. But anyway.
Yeah, we're about to hop on the radio. We're coming back from commercial, so enjoy. Hello, Austin, Texas. You're listening to the Home Team with Troy and Wyatt, where we bring sports and money together for your education and entertainment. Most of it's entertainment, I think.
There's some education mixed in there. You know, hey, we know a couple things.
Yeah, and so if you have any questions, please reach out to me at loansfromtroy.com or give me a call at 855-299-HOME. And as always, this segment is brought to you by Security National Mortgage, where we turn houses into homes by financing
your
American dream. Hey, so, we've talked about this. There's a lot going on right now in this world where this segment is more important than it's ever been. It's the money segment, right?
You just said than ever?
Than ever.
That's a big, large statement.
Because everything that we've taught in the money segment for the last years, 3 years? 3 years now?
A long time.
Yeah, 3+ years is everything we've taught. The statistical data that I'm seeing is that nobody's listening.
Well,
savings are going down, credit's going up,
yeah,
and we're spending more than we're making. Is literally.
You've done enough cash outs to know that's going to be the true statistic.
That's literally nothing that we talk about. None of that is nothing. Well, that you're following no good sound financial advice.
Humans by nature are kind of deterred by fear, and there's no really fear out there. They're trying to make it fearful, but it's not.
I don't know. It's humans by nature. I think it's Americans.
You think it's just America? Oh.
Well, in the Central Europe, the Germanys, the United Kingdoms, the Euro Union, whatever it's called.
But they react to fear.
But I'm saying,
or excitement, or excitement.
But they just overspend.
Yeah, I'm guilty.
Yeah, and
I'm guilty.
I'm
guilty.
Right.
I need to stay out of Cabela's and stop ordering ammunition.
I don't know. The way things are going.
That's a whole other discussion.
You might need to order more of that just in case.
You're silly.
No, I'm not advocating preppers or anything like that. I'm just saying.
You just want.
I'm not advocating it. Whether I'm one or not is besides the point. No, but it's funny because inflation's the highest it's been since the 80s, and in the 80s it was way worse, right? But it's the highest it's been in the 80s. The Fed has literally every chance they've gotten but one in the last year has raised the Fed benchmark rate by 75 basis points, right? They raised it. It looked like they were getting control, and then they raised it by 25. Well, then what happened? Oh, it's the Americans went out and said it's over and started spending more money. But their savings accounts are going down.
Yeah.
Credit debt is going up.
Right.
Expenditure to income is in the negative, so we're spending more than we're making.
Right.
There's an addiction to spending that we can't stop.
Marketing is working.
If
we're on the phone as soon as you get up in the morning. I mean, there's been studies, right? I mean, that's first thing people look at usually before even the news is Facebook and all the marketing that comes through it, and nothing against it. They like it, right? The bells, the whistles, the dings, the zings.
I had no idea that, right? I didn't know that because I don't. I don't look. I don't look at my phone until I'm
say hi to their spouse. They're looking at their phone.
And so it was funny. I was at the bus stop with the morning parents, and we started kind of talking, and like 3 of them were of the 5 were talking about stuff they saw on Facebook that morning, and I'm like, what? It's like 6:30. How are you?
Well, they don't have twin toddlers, so that you don't have time to do that.
Hey man, I have that house running like a German train schedule right now. Those kids do not mess around. Yes, that is.
But you said that out loud right now. So you just mess it up.
Oh no, I know.
You're gonna go home, and there's gonna be a kid swinging from the
Colonel Looney taught Colonel Manila how to raise a household.
Yeah, Looney did pretty good. I like Mr.
Yes.
Oh, Colonel Looney was. Yeah. He did it, and he did it with kindness.
Yes.
You said no. He said no.
He might see that.
No, when I say that, you had a healthy fear of him.
Oh yeah.
And you knew you were loved.
Yeah.
No.
But so the thing is that the only thing that you need to do right now is get a 100% control of your expenses. Plain and simple.
Do it.
I mean, you have to get a control of your expenses. You have no idea how many music streamings you are. You have no idea. Every time you go to an email and you get some little, hey, you know that you clicked for them to start billing you on something.
Right.
You know, you watch the TV, like the supplements. They're like, hey, get a free 30-day supply. And then if you look down at the bottom, it says with subscription. So the next thing you know, they're auto billing you. Right? By the time you get the third one in, you're like, whoa, nobody.
Well, I don't fall for that.
But I'm
pretty diligent.
Most of America does, and so you have to get control of your expenses right now. Inflation is not going away until you figure out that you're spending more than you're making, and you stop doing it. I mean, it's that simple.
Right.
You're looking at me like, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm talking to
You are talking to me.
I'm not talking to
No,
97% of Americans.
my brain was going there too. You know, I say that and I know it. And even though you know that you're supposed to not do that, sometimes you let it go. You get busy in life, other things happen, and it doesn't take you much time. You just sit down and go through it. You know, it's like, it's such a you can't put your head in your sand. I mean, and if you think about it, well, it's just $40. Well, you haven't used it in a year, so 40 times 12 is a big number.
480.
So, yeah, you know, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
and there's 5 of them.
Yeah.
So there's $2,500. Right, and you were just talking about it costs $180 more to buy a house today than 2 years from now, where you with the lower rate.
But
you're spending $200 a month in useless stuff
that you don't even use.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. Get control of your expenses. Right. You have to get control of your expenses. You've got to do a budget. If you don't know how to do it, reach out to me. The website, to ask a question, reach out to me. We will get together. You will not like the answer. Right.
Well, it's tough. It's hard. Sometimes it's embarrassing because you're like, I've wasted all this money.
What's embarrassing to me is to not be able to save and provide for your family in the proper way because of overspending.
Or for yourself.
Yes.
Just for yourself.
And the compound effect. It's a Darren Hardy book. Yeah. For anyone in their 20s, if you're not putting $200-300 away into an investment account right now, I mean, you could retire a millionaire putting $400 away for 35 years. $400, 35 years.
I'm too old for that.
But I'm just saying but there's a lot of. It's not just about us.
So it's already over for me.
Well, no,
it's just over.
No, you're just.
I should just give up.
No, you just can't
just go lay outside in the dirt.
Well, that's up to you.
I'm just playing.
Yeah, you just can't use the compound effect as easily as someone in their late 20s.
Well, and I get what you're saying. Even in your 30s, it is never too late to start.
Absolutely,
it's absolutely never too late.
Yeah, but it all starts with a budget and an expense. And a discretionary expense. Period. 50, 30, 20. Remember those numbers when you call me about investment.
It starts with just doing it.
Yeah.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't just think about it. You got to do it.
50% of your debt has to be have-tos. 30% can be discretionary. 20% savings.
That's it.
Period. That's how your money's split up.
Done.
And you live in that 30%. You survive. The 50% pays the bills. The 30% survival. If you want to go buy a RV, waste your money there. It comes out at 30%. Once that's done, nothing touches the 20. Period.
Leave it alone.
Yep. And so with that, we want to roll into something else that can save you some money.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. So the SN Home Down Payment Assistance Program, Security National, is about to coming soon, enter, release, whatever you want to say, but it's coming soon, a down payment assistance program, right? That that interest rate is way more competitive than any state product, but also. So here's how down payment assistance programs work, right? They take the area median income, okay? Mm-hmm. Like for Austin, the median income is like $120,000, right? The median income in proper Austin is $100,000.
For family.
Yes, household. Yeah. Household income is $120,000. That could be 60 and 60, 90 and 30, 120 and 0. The median. So that's the median. Half the people above, half the people below, right? So down payment assistance programs work on an 80% of that. Okay. So $120,000 is the median income. That means around $90,000 is what your family can make to qualify for down payment assistance. There ain't a lot of houses at 3% tax code at $450,000 median income or median sales price. There ain't a lot of houses that you can qualify for making $90,000 as a family. Because you got your cars and credit cards and everything else. There's just not a lot.
Debt to income.
Yes. Your debt. It's very hard to buy. So you're trapped in that $330,000, and you see that everybody's fighting over this. So now you have a down payment assistance person fighting with people with cash, and it doesn't work. They just can't buy a house. Well, the SN Home DPA is 150% of the median income.
Get out of here.
So that means
How y'all pulling that off?
that means your family in the greater Austin area can make $180,000 and still qualify for 100% financing.
Get out of here.
I said that very slow. I said it very emphatically because I wanted that to be that
100
long.
100% financing?
100. That means a $450,000 house. You would borrow $450. Now it's going to be based off of FHA, so you'll have a 96.5% on the first and a 3.5% on the second.
There's some
But
money.
you don't have to bring no down
But
payment.
there's no down payment. You can get to another house.
You
right
get the
now.
closing costs paid for. You walk into a house in Austin, Texas. Your family makes $160,000 a year. You walk into a house with nothing more than earnest and appraisal.
Wow.
That is
That's
what's
amazing.
coming, right? It's proprietary.
It's amazing.
It's the SN Home DPA. SN stands for Security National, in case you're
And
wondering.
if they need to get a hold of you, see how that works. they
I
can
wanted
get a
to
hold of you.
snap, but
But
snap home
how
out.
do they get a hold of you if they want to know a little bit more about that?
Well, they can reach out to me at 855-299-HOME, or you can reach out to me on the website,
On the World Wide Web?
the World Wide Web, which is loans, that's an S, from Troy.com.
That's pretty,
Yeah.
actually pretty exciting.
It's super exciting.
and amongst
I don't know
other
how to
things-
get it out to enough people.
And just real quick before we get into that, there's also the I think it was Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, with their assistance as well.
Yeah.
Gave you the
FHA,
ability-
everybody has first-time homebuyers now can get into the market.
and what so if you've ever owned a home before, you can't be a first time home buyer.
No, it's in the last 3 years.
Okay, so
Yeah, so if you owned a home and you sold it, and you've been renting or living with family for 3 years, you qualify as
So if
first
you
time
haven't owned a
homebuyer.
home in 3 years, you're a first time home buyer. Okay.
Yes. Oh yeah, it's a great program, and like I said, just think, but also we've had a lot of people that that are qualified for DPA, but they can't buy it because of their debt to income ratio because the rates are so high. Well, this should have a very competitive rate.
That's awesome.
I mean, this is going to be a really special
They didn't
program.
call you today.
Well, yeah, and let's get started because I don't. It's proprietary money. It's like a hedge fund or something that's backing all this. We got all this. It could be our own money. They don't tell me those sort of things.
Yeah.
But it could run out. I'm not saying it will, but it could run out.
It's going to run out.
I would think so.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's pretty fantastic.
I mean, because there's no reason not to do it. If
Why
it's
wouldn't you?
forgivable after 3 years or not, just kind of depending on which program you use, why wouldn't you use someone else's money to
and
buy that
no
house?
fine weird writing that they're gonna have to give away their kid or something.
Yeah,
3
no.
years.
Guidelines coming out. Hey, you've been listening to the Home Team with Troy and White. We hope you've enjoyed what you've heard. If you give us a call, it'll be 855-299-HOME, or you can reach out to me at loansfromtroy.com. And this segment is brought to you by Security National Mortgage. We'll see you in just a minute.
Bam.
Dude, we totally went.
I saw
I looked up.
it.
I'm
I
like,
saw
we're
it.
like 8 seconds. I'm
I
like,
saw
So that's why I kind of ran through that one. Sorry about that.
You did good. You did good.